Time will bring the real end about your ride. There'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you. Then you won't remember me. Your face will be the reason I smile, but I will not see what I cannot have forever. I'll always love you.
After a long day of being a bad girl, and when I say bad girl, like looking good, feeling good, I cannot wait to get home and take my lashes off and take my shoes off and rewind and relax. And y'all want to know what puts the icing on the cake? Coming home to some beautiful roses. Y'all, I never was a flower girly, but once I started getting flowers and started getting flowers for myself, it literally upscaled my being just a girl vibes. Like, I just want to be a girl. And one thing about flowers, y'all know when y'all get roses, the next day they be dead, and I just don't like that. So what better way to show yourself some appreciation than giving you some roses that last forever? Sure to head over to Rose Forever and grab y'all some roses. Y'all, they smell amazing, and the smell lasts for a long time. On top of the roses never dying, because like I said, y'all, I'm just a girl. I don't have time to be watering my flowers every day just for them to still die. So like I said, y'all, in this holiday season, with you're working overtime, you're working hard, you putting in those hours, you deserve something nice, you deserve something special. So be sure to grab y'all some roses. They have different various forms of boxes, and I grabbed the heart-shaped box because y'all, they're just like so pretty, and it makes me feel pretty, and who doesn't like feeling pretty? And make sure y'all use my code DONE20 and grab y'all some roses. All right, y'all, please do not kill me when I say that this week, literally, like, I thought last week was rough, but y'all, this week took me out. And when I say it took me out, first of all, y'all, last week I had already had a sore throat for like 2 weeks, right? But I thought it was getting better. So come Monday, y'all, I literally could not talk. Like, my throat was done for. So that was that. But remind y'all, I've been telling y'all that my cycle was coming. So my cycle was intended to come on the 15th, y'all. It just came today, y'all. So my cycle was 7 days late. But I usually start feeling like my symptoms 2 weeks before my cycle's about to start. So I literally been feeling like symptoms of like fatigue, not so much cramping, but fatigue, nausea, like all these, like for the last 3 weeks, y'all, just been tired, dead tired. I knew I was not pregnant. Like, I knew for sure that I was not pregnant. So it's just the thought of like knowing that my body was off that was like killing me, y'all. So I'm definitely gonna start looking into like seeing like why was it late, like, because I really do not like when my cycle is late. And y'all, then I had got so nauseous to the point that literally, y'all, I was on my way to work and I had to pull over because I was about to throw up. Friday, I called into work and everything, y'all. So this week was literally super duper rough. And I was just not gonna post this week, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just do a makeup tutorial and let's just have a little chit chat. You know, a little chit chat makeup tutorial. So that's what we're gonna do for the vlog today. And yes, y'all. And then also I'm at boot camp today, y'all. By the grace of God, I made it. But yeah, my cycle came this morning and I was like, thank God. But the cramps, they cramping, okay? But y'all, today is a great day, a special day for boot camp because y'all, we got sponsored today. So today's sponsor for our class is LMNT. It's a electrolyte company, and they sent over 20 samples for my clients today, y'all. So I'm super duper excited about that. And I grabbed some water, y'all. I got some water in my back seat. I grabbed some water to make sure that they have water to mix with the electrolyte samples. And yes, y'all. So I really feel so like super duper proud of myself, y'all, because I told y'all when I get like this, I just don't post. Like, I just don't post. But I really been trying to really lock in on my content. So yeah, like that's why we recording right here. So once I leave class, I'm gonna show y'all some snippets of class and get some, footage or whatever like that. And then once I leave class, I'm gonna head home, wash my makeup brushes, and then we're gonna get into the tutorial. I'm going to talk a little bit and then really just give a makeup tutorial and just really give y'all an update of like where I am in my headspace. And yeah, like just being transparent, y'all, because baby, better days are coming, okay? I just know next week, y'all, I'm gonna be feeling alive. So like that's why I'm excited, because I know next week I'm gonna be on top of the world. Like, that's why I was so ready for it to come, because literally when it comes, like by tomorrow, I should feel like all the way ready. Like, I should feel back to normal. But I haven't felt normal for the last 3 weeks, y'all. Like the cravings, the fatigue, the nausea. Like, I have been down bad. Like, when I say down bad. So like that's really like killing me, because I really was on the road, y'all. So nowhere, was gonna lock back in, and we're just gonna take a deep break today. Like, I'm not gonna work out today. I'm definitely gonna work out tomorrow, and next week y'all gonna get a full vlog of strictly what I eat in a day and workouts. And also, y'all know Thanksgiving is next week as well. So I'm gonna work out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Get my 4 days, and then I'm gonna restart on Friday with the vlog. So y'all might get the vlog on Friday. That's the goal. And then also, y'all, if y'all like the makeup video that I post today, let me know, and I will post some more, y'all. I want y'all to like these makeup videos. So just let me know, y'all. But yo, it's 10:02. Class starts at 10:30. It's already raining, so I'm about to get ready to get out the car. And yes, I'm gonna check back in with y'all later, okay?
Take me through that, take me through that. Where we going, twin? Take me through that, take me through that. Where we going then? Take me through that, take me through that. We gone. Take me through that, take me through that. She gone, out of that booth, she gone. Out of that over the air, she gone. I'm taking her up through the tour, my go-to pair. Hydra, 2 players. Got body like she went on a drill. Look like she go trim. Cut it, get it on film. 4 course meal, she ate up the drill. She wanna go through that, yeah. Pop me in one name, tryna get fried. Take another piece of the fried. Gas up, shout it, up through the cool like a rocket for real. I told her charge me up, my phone died. She going no kill, yeah. Take me through that, take me through that. She going. Take me through that, take me through that. Take me through that, take me through that. Take me through that, take me through that. We going. Take me through that, take me through that. We going, twin. Take me through that, take me through that. We going then. Take me through that, take me through that. We going. Take me through that, take me through that. Take her through that, bust her down just like the watch. Long Tuesday, then get up right at the spot. Gotta go. She the blood in them, they ain't even having a lie. She don't know what she doing. This just giving it. What the hell? Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make you jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make you jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make you jump like a hurdle. Even that was small, still 30. Take me through that, take me through that. 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 We going, twin. Take me through that, take me through that. We going then. Take me through that, take me through that. We going. Take me through that, take me through that. What the hell? Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make a jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make a jump like a hurdle.
Alright, you guys, so y'all, it is currently Sunday, y'all. I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but y'all, when I tell y'all I fought for my life teaching that class, like when I say my stomach was literally cramping the whole time, like I had to go to the bathroom and say a prayer like, God, if you could just get me through this class, I promise I'm gonna go home and sit my butt down. So by the time I got done with the class, I literally got in the car and I literally like struggled driving home, y'all. The cramps was so bad. I literally thought I was gonna have to drive myself to the emergency room, y'all. I haven't had a cycle this bad in so long. And like I said on like I showed earlier, it was already 7 days early. So I already was like what's going on with my body? Like I kept feeling like I don't know what was going on. But yeah. So y'all, yesterday, I literally, y'all, and I'm just gonna be like flashing what I'm using and I'll put them in the details below because I really just want to talk. And if it's like a specific step, yeah. But first off, like if y'all like this video and y'all want more, just let me know in the comments. But I'm really just gonna be talking as I go. And if I get quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. But yes, y'all, so I literally, yesterday when I got home, I literally took me a bath. I took me some medicine and like I had to just lay in the bed because y'all, the cramps just wouldn't stop. Like I couldn't figure out why it was so bad. So yes, y'all, they just would not stop, and I just really wasn't feeling it. So yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up. I did go to church, y'all, but honestly, when I got up for church this morning, I did not want to go. Not gonna lie to y'all. I was just like, you know what, I'm not feeling it today. So I kind of laid in my bed for a little bit and just laid there, and I was like, you know what, let me get up. So what I read in my notes, I'm gonna just kind of tell y'all what the message was and why it made sense that I went to church. So when I got there, first of all, this is my 3rd week going to Blueprint, and I'm liking it so far. Last week the wife preached, and I didn't even get to tell y'all about that, but I'll tell y'all about that after I tell y'all about that today because it's on my mind. So the wife preached last week, and so I guess the 3rd pastor taught today. So it's the head pastor, his wife taught, and then there was another guy that taught today. I guess he's the executive pastor. I don't know, y'all, but yeah, he preached. And the message, like I said 2 weeks ago, the message really has just been centered around making godly relationships the new norm. Okay, y'all, so yeah, the message was basically about making godly relationships the new norm. So each week they kind of just build on it, right? So the particular message today was, I might miss it. So I like that they all preach the same. Like that kind of started with like a story that like pretty much everybody, y'all, this the elf brow lift. They pretty much start with a story that pretty much everybody can relate to. And then they just kind of tied it into the scripture. So the story was like, he basically was saying like, he just loved to watch a good movie. And he said, and most times, like he'll get home, get on his couch, get him a nice little blanket, and he just likes to watch a good movie. And he said, sometimes, like if I know I really like the movie, I just kind of skip to the parts that I know. That, you know, like skip to the part that I really, really like. And so then how he tied it into, I don't really like that brow, y'all, but we're gonna go with it. He kind of tied it into like, you know, the message was, I might miss it. So it makes sense because, you know, like sometimes if you skip it through the movie, you'll kind of miss certain things that's very, very important to the movie. And so to tie it to real life, basically, the scripture was, hold on, I gotta read the scripture because I don't know that part by heart. God, this is my little journal I take to church. So the scripture was, let's find it. Ecclesiastes chapter 3:1, and it said, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. And so basically, his point was, we've been so trained to just get to the blessing that we often want to skip over the process. And I felt like that literally made so much sense. And I'm kind of glad that I went. I'm like actually very, very glad that I went, because if y'all been watching my vlogs for the last couple of like months, like it's almost been going on for like 2 to 3 years now, I keep explaining that I cannot figure out why I am still in this season. And so the whole point was, sometimes when you are in a particular season, it's because God wants you to learn something from that season. He don't just put you in a season or keep you in a season for a long duration of time and then you still trying to figure out why you in that season. But most times it's really because you trying to skip over the very, very important lesson that God has you for you at that particular moment. And he even brought up the fact that like sometimes when you going through certain things, hold on y'all, I gotta get quiet when it's starting to do that brow. And y'all, them eyebrows do not have to be perfect. Baby, they do never be perfect for me. I just kind of go with what I got. And if y'all have any questions on anything that I'm using that I might leave out, just drop them below. And I will get that to y'all. So yeah, he basically was just saying that, you know, sometimes we be so ready to get out of a season. And y'all know me, y'all, I'm so ready to get back fine. Like, I'm itching. But I'm so ready that I'm trying to skip over the process. Like, I'm trying to skip over the very, 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 very important thing God wants me to learn in this season. Which, what it is, y'all, I might not particularly know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to learn in this season, but I definitely feel like I'm rushing it. And since I have been rushing it, I've been in this season for some quite amount of time. And I know y'all probably like, girl, you've been in this season for almost 3 years now. And honestly, I feel like I got to the point where, you know, after today, I feel like I'm like kind of really getting into the fact that I'm no longer in a rush to just get out of the season. Like, I'm no longer in a rush to get out of the season. And I feel like one thing that I did notice is that when I was on my weight loss journey, like, I literally made that my identity. Like, hey, my name's Dunn and I lost so much weight and that is who I am. So I like made that my identity. So when stuff got hard and I really was like struggling to keep it up and to stay. I know I'm out in the camera, y'all, but don't worry. When I really was starting to struggle to keep it up and to like stay like at a weight that I felt like I felt good in, it's like I'm losing my identity. But the whole point was losing weight was something that I did, but it was never supposed to become like my personality. And I think we see a lot of that in society nowadays. Like, people let what they do become who they are. And I think slowly and for surely I'm learning that throughout this season, because I automatically felt like, you know, since I started gaining weight, people are not going to train with me. And particularly, you know, your body in the fitness world, your body is your selling point. And I don't know if y'all have been seeing this personal trainer. She's plus size and she literally like markets herself as that, like, I am the plus size trainer. And I really, really love that because, you know, of course, I'm not going to be the trainer for everybody. And most times, just because you see somebody that's super duper fit, that doesn't necessarily mean they could that doesn't necessarily mean they could get you to where you want to be. Because I've seen some trainers train people and they look good and I can see the workout and, like, you know, I'll like just kind of look and be like, yeah, nah, that ain't. I mean, particularly that's not what I would do, but you know, everybody, different strokes for different folks. But at the same time, y'all, like, it was just the point where I kind of just automatically psyched myself out, right? I psyched myself out, like, you know, because I've gained weight, people don't want to train with me. But as I can see, like, even with my TikTok, like, that's necessarily not the case. But it's not up to people to actually show up to class and come to my workouts for me to be able to know, like, it's not always about just how I look. But I have to believe it within myself. Like, the moment that I truly stepped into believing, like, hey, even though, you know, you gained some weight, you're a little thick, you still have the proper knowledge to lead people to where they need to go to get to where they're going. And your impact is bigger than just, like, it's way bigger than what you look like. And I feel like that's why today's message, oh y'all, and this is the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I like to set my eyes before I do because I don't want them to crease while I start doing other stuff. But yeah, like, once I believe that, like, my destiny is not tied to how I look, of course, me looking good is definitely a major selling point. And without a doubt, your girl gonna get there. Like, without a doubt, I'm gonna get there. But at the same time, I think it's also important to show my clients that even though I am in a rough season, I'm still capable of showing up. And even if I'm not showing up as my best self, I might not be showing up exactly how I want to show up, I still haven't given up. And I think that's a lot of what we see in the fitness community. Like, people start their weight loss journey, they like lose the weight, they kind of gain a little bit back, and then sometimes they just give up. And I ain't one of them. And I feel like me, making sure that I post and share this side of my journey is for people to keep going. You know, like it is for people to keep going. But that don't mean, y'all, I really don't get like discouraged. I feel like the other day, y'all, I literally cried. Like I just cried because honestly, y'all, I felt like giving up. Like it be so many times I really just be feeling like throwing in the towel. Like I have a degree, I could go work anywhere. I know how to do makeup, so any given time I could go take me a quick class and start back doing makeup. Like I have a way to go do something else. But those something else are not necessarily something that I'm super duper passionate about, and I can't force myself to go do something just for money. Like, don't get me wrong, I love doing makeup. I used to love doing it, but over time I started to find a new passion. But that don't mean that I have not been thinking about doing it again, but it's just like it's not something that's necessarily my main focus at this particular time in my life. So I'm not gonna force for, you know, me to like it, like to do it if that's not something that I'm ready to do. So it's just like, you know, I'm really glad that I went to church today because it put a lot of things into perspective. First things first, because I just like the other day when I was crying about, y'all, this almost gone. The other day when I was crying about like just not being where I want to be and still trying to figure out why I'm not where I want to be and why I'm still here. It's like, why am I still in this season? And then for me to get up for church today that I didn't want to get up and go, and it literally just puts everything into perspective about like what could be possibly going on. And honestly, y'all, if we being real honest, I haven't learned my lesson. Because when I say my prayers like, God, hurry up, please let me give you the discipline to lose this weight. And without a doubt, I know God know I can lose this weight. Like, I know I can lose this weight, but that's not necessarily the ultimate goal for this season. Like, that's something that I know I can do, but it's mental barriers and other things that are standing in the way of me doing that. So once I actually take the time out to figure out what it is that I need to do differently to really just get to another season, or what it is that I need to learn, then I can fully step into that particular season. And y'all can just let me know if anybody can relate to anything that I'm talking about right now, because I think that's just like the main thing when it comes to being in a particular season. Because y'all, I feel like this particular season has been like the roughest season that I have ever experienced. Like, even with the snake bite and all that other stuff, y'all, that was minor compared to this. And he also brought up that, like, you have to love the season that you're in. I think this is the most important thing that I took away. Like, he was like, y'all, and this is the Real Techniques Instapop Cheek Brush. I really think you're supposed to use this for blush, y'all, but I really love to use it to apply my foundation because it just, like, comes on perfectly. But yeah, he was like, you really have to love the season that you in. And if you don't love the season that you in, like everybody say, you really can't hate yourself into a new body. Like, people can say, oh, I hated the way that I looked, so I changed. Like, that might fuel some people, but a lot of people, you can't like tell yourself, oh, I hate myself, and that alone is enough for you to want to change. Like, sometimes that's just not enough. And when you think of it as a spiritual point, you really have to love what God is putting you through, even though it hurts, like, even though it's frustrating, y'all. Because y'all already know, when I lost my first child, I was distraught. I said, God, I spent all this time getting my body right, making sure I watch what I eat, showing up to my workouts, like literally ditching everything that was normal for me to step into a healthier lifestyle. And then when it was time for my body to produce, which wasn't in the plan. So don't get me wrong, it wasn't in the plan for me to produce. But once it got time for my body to produce, I'm like, really? Like, this really what, like, is this really what we doing right now? Like, that's how I felt. Like, is this really what we doing right now? And he said himself, like, you sometimes you do get frustrated with God. And the thing is, like, as long as you keep trusting and planting seeds where they need to be planted, it's no way that God won't, like, he just will always produce. Like, he's gonna always produce when and where it needs to be produced. So I'm glad I went to church, and I'm glad that I went because I needed to hear that message. Because it's definitely put a lot of things, and I'm probably going in circles, y'all, but it really put a lot of things in perspective about what's in store for me in this season. What's the purpose of this season? And the more I can take the time to figure out what I need to learn and what I need to figure out and what I need to kind of take heed to what God is trying to do for me, I can step into that next season. But yeah, so I'm glad I went to church. And last week's message was about submission, y'all. She basically just talked about submitting to your husband, not your boyfriend. Submitting to your husband and your boyfriend. And I feel like it was just a good message for women that are in a space where they thinking about getting married. Y'all, okay, so let's talk about this. I'm glad I said that because let's talk about this. Okay, y'all, for my concealers, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe Medium Neutral. This is the Filter Soft Radiance Concealer. Love it. It's like this color. I love this concealer, y'all. So I'm going to use this under my eyes. And then I'm going to take a brighter color. Which one is the brightest? This is medium sand. This is medium warm. I'm going to go with medium sand for the inner corner. So then I'm going to go with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer for the inner corner. But I'm going to put that on after I finish with this. So, yeah. So, you know, especially because, y'all, I kid you not. Every time I look on social media, it's somebody getting married. It's somebody getting married. And, y'all, my mama can tell y'all, like, I'll be like, oh, my gosh, like, when am I going to get married? Like, I'll be thinking, like, when am I going to get married? But then when I really sit back and think about it, like, girl, is you really ready to get married? And so she was just talking about submission. And it was basically just saying, like, in a relationship, you really have to learn how to be selfless and not selfish. And I feel like nowadays, everybody is always me. So when you are in a relationship, and I'm saying a relationship because most marriages start as a relationship. When you are in a relationship and you really focusing only about like what serves you and what works for you, which I feel like we see a lot of that in today's society. Sometimes we really ain't ready for marriage. Cause I know for a fact. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm really not ready for marriage, baby, because I be so worried about what Dunn got going on. And then that also go back to like, even with the child situation, y'all, I be so emotional sometimes that it really be even hard for me to even get what I gotta get done if I'm having a rough day. So I just only know that if I did have a child, it would be even harder for me to concentrate on what your girl be trying to do. So, you know, at a time, like I said, at a time, it felt like that was like messed up. Like, God, why you didn't let me have this child? But then when I really sit back and think about it, it's like, Dunn, was you really ready for a child? And sometimes God will know, like, if you really ready for a child or not. And I'm going in with the Morphe Continuous Mist, y'all. I like to spray this so everything could just blend in. I should close my mouth, y'all. That way everything's not dry. I don't like dry now. And then for contour, this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate. And I just pretty much follow my natural contour line. And I'm going to put that on there while it's still wet so it can, like, dry down with everything else. Yeah, honest, I don't even know what type of look I'm going for, but we going for it. We're going for it. Okay, y'all, I gotta concentrate while I do this, so I'm going to play some music while I blend this in, and then I'll start back talking once I finish.
Touch you. Even when I know you lie, I won't even approach you. Cause I love you. You and me, you right all the time. If it was up to me, we could've fought all night long. Then you had your clothes on, but now I'd rather be drunk than to be wrong. Yeah, you know it's not fair. It's not fair. How you just gonna take off your clothes and sleep right there? That's it, that's it, that's right there. How you just do whatever you want? How you gon' put the sweat on the just? How you make me fall in love? It's just not fair. You just want the freedom, I just want to be the strongest leader, longest lover. Hands up, feet up, like baby, put the sheet up, backseat leader. I would fight 1,000 times just to touch you, even when I know you lying, wanna go with you, 'cause I love you. You would be right all the time if it was up to me. We could've fought all night long. Then you had your clothes on. Now I'd rather be drunk than to be wrong. Yeah, you know it's not fair. It's not fair. How you just gonna take off your clothes and sleep right there? That's it, that's it, that's right there. How you just do whatever you want? How you gon' put a spell on the just? How you can make me fall in love? It's just something. Pick up another you call in the parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me? When I stand with the roof gone, I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Looking at you get a move on, like you haul, and I know we need to go slow.
Alright, y'all, I'm back. Y'all, the makeup has started looking a little crazy, so I had to lock in real quick. So now I'm about to go in with the light color, and I'm literally gonna put it right in the corner, y'all. This right here, you really want to make sure you put it right where you want it to go. Don't drag it, because if that's where you want it to be light at, you have to keep it right there. And so I'm gonna go in with this Ulta Beauty, spread a little bit so I can get a little, you know, so I can get a little 1-2. Hold on, just a little bit. Spread a little bit just so I can get a little 1-2. Hold on now, hold on. So yeah, then I'm just gonna take this right here and I'm gonna get the corner. As you can see, y'all, I'm keeping it right there. Like, don't drag it. Keep it right in the center. And y'all, I just saw this hack, because I be really wanting like really bright under eye. And I've been wondering why my bright under eye have not been coming out the way I wanted to come out. And partly because you really want to make sure you put you see how it's like right there? You really want to make sure you keep the concealer where you want it to go. Like, you have to keep it in the area that you want it to be bright. Okay, so now for my powder, y'all. Where that powder is? Where that powder? And with the RCMA No color powder. Put it on my thigh. And you really want to make sure that you got everything blended out the way that you want to blend it out. So I just kind of go back in with that, like the brush I use to blend out my contour. And I just kind of pat it in, blend that forehead. And y'all, I never really highlight my forehead, but you know, hey, we just trying stuff today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try it out. So boom, now once I make sure I got everything blended out, I'm gonna pat that and I'm gonna make sure I just drag that concealer over. Cause if you really want to like bring some definition to your eyes, all you have to do is take the concealer and drag it to like a straight line out, and it'll just bring some more. So once you take the powder on your powder puff, you wanna make sure you dab it in your hand, like your arm like this, so you get rid of the excess, and you really just want to like press it into your skin. That's the key, y'all. Press. Don't drag it. Make sure you press. And you just make sure every time you put some on, you dab it. Okay, y'all, now this didn't turn into a makeup tutorial, but hey, well, let's do it. And you just make sure you dab it into that. And you see how it just look like a filter. Like, that's how you want it to look, a filter. And I just go in and I put it where I want it to go. Pretty much everywhere where I highlighted it. I go in on the sides of my nose. Right here. Then I need a little bit more. Where it go? Y'all, why I put that stuff in? But yeah, girl chat be crazy, y'all. Cause like, let me tell you, when I be talking to my homegirls, sometimes we get to talking about one thing. Next thing you know, we don't even know what we was talking about. Like, I don't even know what the last thing I talked about. But I'm pretty sure I was talking about marriage. And how I know that I ain't really ready for marriage right now. Like, I be, you know, in my own little world sometimes. So then, boom. So we take that like that, all right? And then I like to go in with the Sacha Buttercup powder. And I just dab a little bit of that. And just to give my face some shape, I go in and shape it out. So I take it. And you see how this has a little color to it. So I take it and I'm going to just push it into my skin. I'm going to do that on both sides. Just to give it back some dimension. And like, if you drag your contour down too far, you can use this to like bring it back up a little further, because I did kind of bring it down far, but it's cool. We ride it done, y'all. It's cool. Don't stress it. So then, boom. So now your girl is looking like a powder donut. So now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this brush, y'all. This is a brush from BH Cosmetics, OG. And then I'm gonna take the Juvia's Place Bronzed in Dark. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put some color back into my face. So you really just want to stay exactly where you put that contour at. Right up in there. And y'all, I think I'm feeling some orange blush today. So we're not going to do pink blush today. We're going to see what the orange give it. Because back in the day when I used to do makeup, y'all, the orange blush gave every time. Pink is just the thing now, but back in the day, baby, that orange gave face. So that's what we feeling like today, orange. And then I'm going to take this brush. This is another BH Cosmetics brush, because I'm telling y'all, this used to be my OG. And I'm just going to push the contour into my eyebrow a little bit, because that's just to give it some little color. And then we're just gonna bring that down. Scrub that in right there. So boom. Now we got some warmth back into that girl face. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with the Juvia's Place Volume 6, y'all. This is like the orange brush I was telling y'all about. Do I wanna do that? Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Let's just try it out. And put it right up in there. Right where you want it to go. You really got to make sure you stay in the things. And I think that's the new wave of makeup. Like, that's how they make it so pigmented, by making you really have to just stay in the place. So, y'all, I know y'all probably want it done. So, what's next? First, the one thing that I know is what's next is really making sure that I really post my content. Like, I feel like my first time around when I was on my weight loss journey, by the time I really started posting on YouTube, I was kind of already like, I had already really lost the weight. So my goal now is like, even if I'm not like really just dropping the weight as fast as I would like to, I still want to make sure that I post weekly, even if it's something like this, or you know what I typically do, y'all, because nowadays I can get a little, sometimes y'all, I get a little intimidated on TikTok, because I feel like the girlies be outside, like they be outside, y'all, and I necessarily do not be outside. Like, my typical day in the life is get up, go to work out, and repeat. Like, that's my typical day in the life. So I never want to like change up my day in the life until I'm really just, I'm not looking right there, y'all. Until I'm really just able to, you know? I don't know what's going on right there, y'all. Hold on. So we just gonna push that powder. That's one thing about makeup. Like, if you feel like you messed up a little bit, it really be okay. Like, you know, it really just be okay. Sometimes you just gotta take your time and really work those powders in. So as y'all can see, like, my face is like airbrush. Like, it's, look at that orange. It's perfect right now. And then all I'm gonna do is just take this and push that powder in. Exactly. Keep it right over there. Cause now I done let it sit for a little bit. And I'm not baking today. We ain't doing it today. But yeah, like, I really just want to make sure I get really, really, really consistent with my content. Cause I really have been falling in love with posting my YouTube, y'all. When I'm not posting on YouTube, I don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I really could not really be doing everything that I'm supposed to do. But if I'm not posting on YouTube, I feel like I really like to have these videos. Cause like, I'm like my own motivation when it comes to like my weight loss journey. Like, I like to go back and look at my old videos and be like, girl, like you your own body goals. Like, you your own motivation. Like, you don't have to be, you know, stuck in comparison mode so much, because sometimes literally all you have to do is just look at yourself in the mirror. Like, you are capable of doing beautiful things. Beautiful things. And sometimes, y'all, we just have to remind ourselves to speak life into ourselves, you know, because sometimes we could get so caught up in what's not going right that we forget to like speak life over ourselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to like speak life. And also, y'all, I still want to keep, you know, posting my YouTube videos, get into my makeup content, because I really do like doing makeup. And even if I'm not going nowhere, y'all, it's still been giving me some sense of like getting dressed up, y'all, because I would get so caught up in not doing nothing, y'all. I want to dress up. I want to do nothing. Like, I would just be in the gym on the way home, in the gym on the way home, in the gym on the way home. And I just don't be wanting it to be my life for real, y'all. Like, I want to be able to switch it up as much as I need to, you know, make myself feel confident. And another thing that I'm finna be doing is, y'all, is switching up my style. So when I made my TikTok page, it wasn't just supposed to be for like just makeup. Like, I wanted it to be like fashion. But y'all, I really been having troubles finding my style. And then also, y'all, it'd be hard for me to really just buy clothes, because when I first lost my weight and I had to buy some new clothes, I was really so mad, because baby, clothes be expensive. Clothes are expensive, y'all. So I was really mad about having to buy some clothes, but I'm like, you know what? I really need to get into my fashion and finding stuff that makes me feel cute, makes me feel, you know, like that girl. And really just figure out like what it is that I want to wear. Like, what type of clothes do I want to wear? What makes me feel good? What makes me feel confident? What fits my body? And that's really what my next thing that I want to start incorporating is, what type of clothes do your girl want to wear? And I know Fashion Nova is having a sale, y'all. That's typically where I shop at. Y'all, this face is cute. I just want to go for something to look like today. Okay. This is cute. Okay, but yeah. So just getting into some fashion stuff, figuring out what I want to wear, what I want to look like, what type of clothes I got, y'all. Because when it's time for me to go somewhere, I'll be like, y'all, I do not have no clothes. But don't get me wrong, I do have clothes, but not stuff that I necessarily want to wear. So that's another thing. Like, buying new clothes, really dressing up to go to the gym. Because some days, y'all, I have these moments where I don't really want to put on nothing. Like, I just want to go in the gym, get in the gym, and go on by my business. Like, that's how I be feeling. Like, girl, get in the gym and go on by your business. But I know that I really be want to, y'all, the thing is, if you look cute and you feel cute, like, that literally plays a big role in how you perform in the gym. So I really want to make sure that I really take out the time to, if not all the time, sometimes really focus on like what I want to wear to the gym, being cute at the gym and showing up cute. And another thing, y'all, I'm so tired of these braids. Hold on, I need this mirror. Y'all, and another thing I like about these Juvia place thing is they have like a little mirror on the inside. So I like that. That way if you need something quick and compact, you have that. This how I apply my lashes, y'all. I take the Duo Lash Glue and I put it right on my lash line. That's the kicker. Cause baby, when I used to do makeup, y'all, I could never do good with lashes. Like, people would always complain and be like, girl, done, my lashes would not stay on. I used to be like, dang. Now, your girl got it. Now your girl got it. And so once I put that glue on, y'all, I take my mascara. I'm going to be going in with the Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. Put some mascara on my lashes, on my real lashes, so they can already be ready to rumble once I put these lashes, y'all. And these lashes that I'm about to put on are bold, y'all. These is some 99-cent lashes I got from the store, and I just double them up because I like to double them things up. Because they just give. It takes a natural look to a whole nother level with some bold lashes. So then I just let that dry for a little bit, and while I let that dry, I'm going to go in and put my eyeliner on. But as y'all can see, like, when y'all press that setting powder into it, it literally just gives like a filter effect. Look at that, y'all. It's like flawless. And for the eyeliner, y'all, this is the Milani Stay Put eyeliner. For a long time, it took me a long time to find some eyeliner that really just work. Like, one glide is on there. So if y'all have any more recommendations of like eyeliner that y'all put on and you just go straight on, let me know, okay? So y'all, these my big lashes. Look, y'all gonna be like, girl, them is too bold. But y'all know something? I don't care. I like to be bold. I'm finna get ready to go out to brunch with my mans. So I want this natural face to give beat. Okay? Beat. You want to give face, take a regular makeup look. It could be soft, it could be subtle. And put you on some big girl lashes. Baby, let me tell you. Don't say your girl didn't warn y'all. Even dramatic. But y'all, look at it. Look how I make the look just come all the way together. Y'all, this lash giving me trouble. I wonder why. Probably because they too big. That's probably why it's giving me trouble. And so then I'm going to go in with this Milani Anti-Gravity. And we're just going to put some eyeliner down there. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. But yeah, y'all, I really just want y'all to keep bearing with your girl. Like, keep watching the process. Keep watching me grow. And I just want to keep being the best that I could be. And you know what? Before y'all know it, y'all, before we know it, I'm going to be out this season. And once I get out this season, I already know that I'm going to be unstoppable because I have a lot of stuff in store for me. Because you want to know why I know that? Because God taught me. God taught me. He said, girl, I got a lot of stuff in store for you, but you got to get it together. And I'm like, you know what, God? I know. I know I got to get it together. And I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad at the fact that I got to get it together. Sometimes you really just got to do the work. And that's another thing he said, like, at church. Like, just because you receive something or you get into a new like level of things, that don't mean that the work is done. Like, you have to keep doing the work because it's always more. Like, I feel like God doesn't just put us in a position and it just stops. Like, it's always more to come, y'all. And one more thing, y'all, I always like to bring out my look. So I'm using the ColourPop Nude Mood, and I always just add like that white color in the corner of my eyes. I said that for Thanksgiving, y'all, I'm going to try to do some eyeshadow look because, y'all, I really don't even know if I still know how to do eyeshadow. So, let me know if y'all want me to post that. Even if one person be like, girl, yes, post it, I'm posting it. Like, I don't need a whole crowd to be like, we want the makeup video. Because even if I don't get the whole crowd, whoop-de-doo. So, we're just going to add that in the corner. And I got that lash fix. Is this lash fix? Okay, I'm gonna just add a little bit. So anytime y'all my lashes get to tripping, I just look down and I just add a little glue at the top of it. And I just let it dry a little bit, and then I just, you know, add it back on there. Okay, so are we doing highlighter today? Should we do highlighter, y'all? Yeah, let's do highlighter. So this is the Makeup Revolution, y'all. I don't even think they sell this no more, so we're not gonna even show y'all this, but it looks like this. Really, really shimmery and pretty. So I'm gonna go with the pinkish, I don't know, and I just put it down the bridge of my nose, right over here, and I just put a little bit on my cheeks. But yeah, y'all. And also, y'all know I finally released my 4-week beginner at home guide. And y'all, the girls are eating it up. The reason why I really like this one, and I should have released this one first before I release any other one, is because y'all, you literally could do it at home. And I feel like a lot of people, if they can't get to the gym, they kind of just like chunk it up like, all right, we ain't doing this today. But as long as you have a set of dumbbells and you got some resistance bands, like you literally can do the workout. So it's easily to just be done at your convenience. No matter where you're at, you could just get it done. Let's see, what else? Let that dry. And that's why I really like this Morphe Continuous Mist, y'all. Because if you spray this between every step, it literally like melts your makeup. Like it literally melts it all the way down. So then I'm going to go in and do my lip combo. Lip combo is always going to be, hold on, let that dry before it mess my makeup up. Lip combo is always going to be something nude and pink. Always, nude and pink, If it's not nude and pink, it ain't getting done, okay? So we're gonna go in with Juvia's Place Brownie.
You know what that means? I'm coming up on you quickly. Happy nice things. Slide from the other man trying to get in the bed. So wanna get first instead. I know it's gonna make you bad. What would I do? Falling in love, you babe. What would I do if I didn't love you, babe? What would I do if I didn't love you? Wanna be the one to give you what you want. Not the words you want to say no more. Right around town with your hair done. I know you like it when I tell you what you want. You can do what you can, what you want. I can tell your friends if you don't want that.
This L'Oreal 3-second mist. Got to be the last touch. Just to finish everything off. This is gonna have your stuff stuck. You could jump in the pool, come out the pool, still looking good, okay? So yeah, y'all, I definitely want to switch this content up because like I said, y'all, I'm going to start posting stuff that I feel like resonates with me and stuff that I like to do, which is makeup is 1 and of course workout is 2. And yes, y'all, so let me know what y'all liked about this. If y'all do want to see more, let me know. Because you know your girl don't have a problem with showing more, especially because it's about to be the holiday time. And I'm definitely going to be going out more. So I will have like more reasons to, you know, put my makeup on. But I really like this. Like, this is cute. It's subtle. It's not too crazy. And yeah, so let me know what y'all think. And once again, y'all know my 4-week beginner guide is ready to go. Like, if you're looking for a guide to kind of help you with on your journey and you're ready to start today, go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna put it down in the link below, and I'm also gonna link all the products that I'll use, y'all, every last product. And if y'all want any, if y'all have any questions that I don't answer in the details below, just drop them and I'm gonna make sure I get to them to give it to y'all. And y'all already know the drill. With that being said, your girl looking cute. With that being said, y'all already know the drill. Make sure you come back and message your girl. Peace out.
You know what that means? I'm coming up on you quickly. Happy nice things. Slide from the other man trying to get in the bed. So I'ma get smashed instead. I know it's gonna make you mad, but what I do, try to revive you, babe.